Crimson Deep. Written by Anthony M. Strong. Narrated by Jet Malakai. Prologue. 3 years ago. Somewhere in Central Florida. Laura Wells had been driving for hours. Now, as midnight came, and one day slipped into another, she pulled off the interstate and followed the directions provided by the man she knew only as Mr. Smith. This was not his real name, she was sure. While there were many people in the world who bore that moniker, it was too obviously generic, even laughably so, given how often it cropped up in bad movies, to be genuine. This was to be expected, which was fine. All she cared about was the 20 grand that waited a few miles ahead. But now, as she followed a back road deep into the Central Florida woods, she started to have second thoughts. Behind her, in the truck's bed, was a 2-by-3-foot cage of the type commonly used to house large dogs. But her cargo today was anything but mundane. It still slept, thanks to a liberal dose of carfentanil, a potent elephant tranquilizer she had administered back in the lab. Even so, Laura was nervous. What if she'd given it too much, and the animal was dead when she got to the rendezvous? It wasn't like she was trained in this kind of thing, being a lonely assistant who more often than not spent her days fetching coffee and cleaning out empty cages soiled with feces and urine. Still, she had watched the researchers and veterinarians go about their business, and had, she believed, picked up a few tricks, not least of which was how to subdue a snapping, angry animal that wanted nothing more than to take a chunk out of whoever was closest to its mouth. And so here she was, miles from home in the middle of nowhere, racing to meet a man she knew nothing about except that he possessed a wad of cash. Enough money to save her hide, or rather, her husband's. The bills were piling up, and Jeff hadn't worked in 6 months. Not only that, but he didn't seem to have any inclination to change the situation, which was the primary reason they had picked her, for sure. How they found her, she did not know. Likewise, how they knew the dire landscape of her finances. But none of that mattered. Another hour, and all this would be over. The slumbering beast in the cargo bed would be gone, and Laura would be able to pay the mortgage company before they took her house. The road had become a pair of narrow lanes, surrounded by dense woodland.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?